What is up, everybody? It is Sunday, January 30th, 2011, and not only is it the day before my 20th birthday, but it is also the night that we would have the biggest Royal Rumble in history, as the 2011 Royal Rumble took place tonight. And as you can tell from the title, Alberto Del Rio is going to WrestleMania to face either the WWE Champion or the World Heavyweight Champion. First off, I want to start off by saying thank you to all my subscribers. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Also, I got a couple shout outs to do. All the people who showed up to my first ever live show, YouTube users, I hope these are YouTube usernames: Soap Johnson, Hudson Indy, L Wood 13, Redneck Chick 14, Adam Bomb, and also shout out to the first person who found the password in the last video, which was Ashes to Swell. So shout out to all you guys, and I might be doing more live shows, so just look out for those. Yeah. But enough of that stuff, let's get straight to the review. Tonight was the 2011 WWE Royal Rumble event, and the winner is Alberto Del Rio. We'll get to that a little later on, but the show starts off with the World Heavyweight Championship match. It is Dolph Ziggler versus the champion Edge. Now, as we found out last Friday night on SmackDown, if Edge used the spear, he would be instantly disqualified, and he would also lose the World Heavyweight Championship. So the show started with Edge coming out, then Vicky Guerrero introducing Dolph Ziggler and reminding Edge that he couldn't use a spear. And so this was a pretty good matchup. It showcased Dolph Ziggler's in-ring skills, which I think have improved greatly. He was on the offensive for most of the matchup. Edge got a couple flurries here and there, and when it looked like Edge was about to use a spear, he realized he couldn't do it. Fast forward to later in the matchup, where Vicky Guerrero gets on the apron, and what happens after that? The referee is distracted. Edge gets in the face. Out comes Kelly to take out Vicky Guerrero, which was kind of random. So she takes out Vicky Guerrero. The referee ends up getting knocked down somehow, and Edge uses the spear and then also uses Christian's kill switch to put away Dolph Ziggler. 1, 2, 3, and Edge is still your World Heavyweight Champion. It was an okay match, and I gotta say, out of the two heavyweight championship matchup, the World Heavyweight and the WWE Championship matchup, this was the better of the two. So SmackDown gets that one. And I thought, I mean, I was hoping that Dolph Ziggler could win, because I think Dolph Ziggler has really worked a long time when you think about how many matches he used to have, how many great matches he had, and even back in 2009, he's worked a lot to get to this point, to being in the World Heavyweight Championship picture. So I think he deserved it, but Edge retains nonetheless. Second match of the night was for the WWE Championship. It was The Miz, the champion, versus the #1 contender, Randy Orton. And I gotta say, this match was kind of boring. As I've said so many times, The Miz is still developing. His persona is great, but his in-ring skills they're still a little ways away from being really good. Randy Orton, on the other hand, he just has plain boring offense. So, you know, I kind of figured that this match wouldn't be the best. They haven't had the best matches in the past, and this was no different. It wasn't awful, but it was just kind of boring. The pace was just a little too slow. So it seemed like the end of the match was on its way. Randy Orton got the RKO on The Miz, I believe, and then out comes the new Nexus, basically distracting the referee. Somehow Alex Riley comes in, he gets RKO'd, and then out of nowhere, you got CM Punk. He comes in, GTS's Randy Orton, drags Miz over Randy Orton, and so New Nexus and CM Punk cost Randy Orton the World WWE Championship, and Miz retains. My analysis of this is that, you know, Miz hasn't been booked as a strong champion. He's been booked as a champion that WWE obviously doesn't believe in, because he's always won by nefarious means. There's always some kind of happening going on when he's in the championship matchup. So it'd be interesting to see if Miz eventually starts to work on his own, because I think that's WWE's main thing. They need to get Miz to be on his own and working and winning his own matches. Alright, then we have the Divas Championship. It was going to be a handicap matchup, but the GM ruled that since Teddy Long wasn't there, he was going to change it to a fatal 4-way. A lot of people thinking that Awesome Kong from TNA would come back, and she even hinted at it on Twitter earlier today, but I think WWE caught wind of that and decided to push that off till a little later on. So we have a fatal 4-way matchup. We have Natalya, Layla, Michelle McCool, and Eve Torres, and let's not spend too much time in this matchup. It wasn't bad by any means. Eve Torres looked like she was going to get the win. She went for the little moonsault, and she ended up picking up the win. I can't even remember how she picked up the win, but it was really random. So Eve Torres is the new Divas champion. Then we have the Royal Rumble, the biggest Royal Rumble in the history of Royal Rumble. Let's start this out. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan start, well, before the matchup, Nexus came out, and then the Core came out, and they had a little brawl. Raw GM chimed in. He told everyone to go to the back so Daniel Bryan and CM Punk would start off. They had a nice thing going on. A couple people entered. I'm not going to go through each person who entered and got eliminated, but I'll talk about some of the highlights in the matchup. Let's talk about John Morrison, because this was insane. William Regal was in the ring. He knocked John Morrison off the apron. John Morrison caught onto the barricade, literally crawled or got on the barricade, ran on the barricade, and then hopped onto the steel steps, was not eliminated. That was insane by John Morrison. Definitely gonna go down as one of the greatest moments or feats in Royal Rumble history. That was just insane that John Morrison was able to pull that off. Chavo Guerrero came in, and this was kind of more of a funny moment. Chavo Guerrero was going for the Three Amigos. Each time he would get to the two suplexes, somebody would knock him out and basically break it up, and he would try on them again, and then he kept trying. It was pretty funny. He ended up getting it on Daniel Bryan, but then was eliminated. So the next big happening in the Royal Rumble was the Nexus. Basically, Nexus outnumbered everyone. Basically, Michael McGillicuddy, Husky Harris, what's the other one's name? I don't remember their names. David Otunga, they all came out and helped CM Punk, and they eliminated everyone in the ring, and for a good while they were the only people in the ring. A superstar would come out and they would be eliminated, and it didn't make sense, because if I was a superstar, I would wait for somebody else to come in so I can even the odds at least, helping my chances at winning. But nonetheless, CM Punk and the new Nexus went on for quite a while. Then we had the Great Khali returning, and he eliminated somebody, didn't he? Can you dig it, sucker? Booker T comes back. It was highly rumored today. People tweeting pictures of him arriving in the airport in Boston. He came out to a huge pop. It was just insane. He hit the little scissors kick. He did the spinneroonie, the bookend, all that good stuff. Definitely some fan service, but he was quickly eliminated. But that was pretty awesome seeing Booker T back and he was in great shape. I'd say that. Then we have John Cena coming in at number 22, and he eliminates most of Nexus except for CM Punk. And so CM Punk and John Cena continue their feud in this matchup. Couple more entrants, then the next entrant was Hornswoggle, and Hornswoggle had a good flurry of offensive move and very funny moments. Hornswoggle actually attitude adjustment Tyson Kidd, which was kind of cool, and he did a couple of a tadpole splash. So it was definitely the comedy segment of the Royal Rumble with Hornswoggle, who was later eliminated down the line. A little closer to the end of the Royal Rumble, at number 32, out comes Kevin Nash as his original WWE character of Diesel. And not a lot of people. I don't know that much about it, but I do know that was how he originally came to WWE. He had a huge pop, just like Booker T did. The crowd was chanting, "Let's go Diesel." It was just really good. He got eliminated a little later on, so yeah. But once he got eliminated, Big Show did come out, and they had a little stare down, which would be a pretty cool feud to see. I think WWE might actually run with that for a WrestleMania match. Big Show versus Diesel, two big guys. That's what WWE loves. Later on in the match, the Miz's music hit, and it was A-Rod who would be coming to compete, and Miz went on commentary, which I did not like because it kind of took the focus off the matchup. It was a little silly, but we found out later why Miz was actually out there, because A-Rod, he got eliminated pretty quickly. Wade Barrett, Big Zeke, a couple people from Core came out. Those two came out. The next big thing that happened was Cena was distracted. A-Rod came back out. The Miz came in the ring from commentary, threw Cena over the rope. Cena was eliminated, and I said thank God, because I did not want John Cena to win. So thank you, Miz. The match comes down to Randy Orton, Alberto Del Rio, and Wade Barrett. Randy Orton eliminates Wade Barrett, and then Del Rio eliminates Randy Orton, and Alberto Del Rio is your Royal Rumble winner and will go on to face either the World Heavyweight Champion or the WWE Champion. Big win for Del Rio. Destiny fulfilled. All this month he's been saying it's his destiny to win the biggest Royal Rumble in history, and you got to believe from August to now, Del Rio has come way far, and I kudos to Del Rio. good for WWE not putting it on John Cena or any established superstar. Del Rio, the ball's in his court. Hopefully WWE backs him, supports him. This is a big win for Alberto Del Rio. We also, at the end, Santino never got eliminated, but Del Rio just eliminated him afterwards. That was stupid. But yeah, Alberto Del Rio is going to WrestleMania. So overall, I enjoyed the World Heavyweight Championship matchup. The WWE Championship match was okay. Divas match was a Divas match, and I thought the Royal Rumble was a pretty good match. Told a lot of stories, had a lot of interesting points throughout the matchup, and it was well paced. So I thought it was a really good Royal Rumble. We saw no returns from the likes of Christian, Triple H, so those will have to wait. Nonetheless, Alberto Del Rio is going to WrestleMania. If you saw the Royal Rumble, the pay-per-view, go ahead and tell me below what you thought about it. What do you think about Alberto Del Rio getting this huge push and going to WrestleMania? Who did you think was going to win? You know, all that good stuff. Just tell me what you thought about the pay-per-view in general. Once again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit thumbs up as the camera focuses, and subscribe if you haven't done so. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.